Hello everyone! You might be quite familiar about this thing called as endgame. Either the pandemic will be ended soon, or it'll be only confined to some particular regions, making it an endemic disease. Here, we'll deal about why such theories are rising and what's the actual science behind it. Will it really happen, or there are some other possibilities? Watch the video till the end. We've tried to explain beautifully and correlated it with evidence-based biology. Now let's start the video by talking about a successful pathogen. So what is a successful pathogen? And you might be thinking that the deadliest one is the successful one. Well, it's not true. A deadly pathogen attacks the host and kills the host, eventually bringing its spread to an end and making it vulnerable to extinct. But no one wants to extinct, right? And not only humans, but every organism you see around you tries its fullest to survive. So pathogens usually intend to keep their host where they can get their food and shelter from, where they can multiply so that they can propagate, and this way they can continue the generation. And it generally holds true that pathogens which are deadly at first gradually end up being less dangerous in order to thrive. Let me give you a prototype of the bubonic plague too. The Black Death, also called the bubonic plague, had 80% mortality rate, meaning virtually you would surely die when you got the plague. The scientists compared the DNA from the pathogens in the past with the present one, and they concluded that the newer one was usually very less lethal than the older one. It is said that the plague wiped out most of its host, which led its spread to control because not much hosts were alive to get infected or continue to spread, which made it to disappear suddenly. It's like consuming all the resources you have and eventually becoming a broke. So in order to prevent their extinction, those bacteria which survived had to change from being less virulent than the original one in order to spread and not completely kill its host. This is also true why we hear about the HIV patient who survived for many years without having any complications. The same theory has been suggested with the emergence of less virulent strain of coronavirus, which is the Omicron. The virus might have mutated in a way that it survives and spreads in the humans without killing the host. Since killing the host won't help the virus to spread and survive in the environment for a longer period of time. And perhaps this is why Omicron has emerged, which is highly transmissible, which means it can easily transfer into multiple hosts but is less virulent, which does not kill the host easily. So in the end, every pathogen have to become less pathogenic in order to continue the generation within the host. But that's not the whole story. Even the host body develops in such a way that it copes up with a particular variant. So we can basically confer that the Omicron might not have come to a dead end, but it can just be a less virulent version that it does not lead to much human deaths. And yes, since the human bodies keep coming in contact with the virus, enough immunity shall develop to fight against it. Which means that mankind might be able to normalize coronavirus in coming future, just like we normalize common cold caused by a rhinovirus. It's really hard to say whether this is the endgame of the coronavirus being Omicron the final variant or not. But this is sure that every deadly pathogen must change themselves and try not to hamper its continuation in order to thrive. Gist of the story. To every organism, their life is important, and everyone tries to mark their existence in one way or the other. Guess coronavirus too is trying to do so by mutating into so many new variants. Forms which does not cause deadly complications like serious organ failure and death of the host. That's the concept behind the origin of new mutated organisms, which are milder than the previous ones. It really takes a lot of reading and research for making videos like this, so if you think we deserve it, do give it a thumbs up and leave a subscription down below. And yes, don't forget to comment down about the video. Keep supporting and keep loving. Till then, made it for you.